All right, folks, the day you are watching this recording, it is the morning of Christmas Eve, and I cannot think of a better day to bring an absolutely insane story like this to your attention. There's another one coming, by the way, today at 1 p.m. that is equally as insane, if not more, but I'm going somewhere with this because this is kind of important, right? And I think we're living in a world today that requires us to shed light on these things, right? Now, one of the marks of a false prophet is that they will minimize the significance of Christ and who he is, and they will do it in any way possible. Sometimes they'll just be outright blatant and say Christ is not God. Sometimes they'll do it a little more subtly, where they might say something a little bit different, like, well, you know, there are other people that we can worship. And in other ways, it manifests itself in a very, very ugly way, although it's clothed under the auspice of some type of hospitality or in many ways, some type of benevolence. And so what the Pope has done is exactly that. He is minimizing the importance of Christ and Christmas in order to highlight something that is on his agenda that is absolutely terrible. Now, I just want to say this for the record, that my heart does go out to the people of Ukraine and what they're going through, okay? My assistant pastor was a missionary there for just over a year and tells me all kinds of crazy things that most of you will never know about how bad things are over there and how difficult it always has been and how much more difficult it's getting. So make no mistake about it, my heart certainly goes out to the people of Ukraine. But when you read an article that actually has a title that says Pope Francis, and then it's got his quote that says, spend less on Christmas and send excess to Ukraine. Okay, I don't think that this is an issue of him wanting to advocate for people in Ukraine as much as it is an issue for him wanting to minimize Christmas. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. When we look at the subject of Christmas, the whole idea is to bring Christ to the forefront. The whole idea is to put him into the limelight, to remind people of who he is to us and why he is the greatest gift ever given to mankind in human history. But when you begin to make the subject of Christmas the bookend of a political maneuver to try and get people to do what the whole world is seeking people to do in order to preserve their assets that are in that corrupt country and every other thing else that's going on, then you know you have a problem with the person who is acting as the false prophet. I think it will be somebody just like the Pope who will be used by the final Antichrist to get people to see the world's agenda and the globalist agenda as being something that is deeply admirable, as being something that is wonderful and honorable, when in reality there is nothing even close to that. What he is trying to do is minimize the importance of glorifying Christ on that day and beginning to accentuate the world's importance of preserving an area or a part of the world that is the petri dish, for lack of a better term, of the world's corruption. That's the issue here, and we need to open up our eyes. On this very beautiful Christmas Eve, let me remind you guys of something very important. Our job and our focus as Christians is to keep our eyes on Jesus and to take advantage of the real reason for this season, and that is looking to him. We don't use it to bring up political aspirations of worldly and ungodly men. We use it to bring to everybody's mind and heart the importance of the greatest gift ever given to us, and that's Jesus. I've already told you this many times before. The Pope is corrupt. He literally stands for evil in a whole lot of areas, and that's a fact. I'm sorry to say that, but on this very special Christmas Eve, let's focus on the God of heaven and recognize what it's all about, and that's him. Merry Christmas, you guys. God bless you.